Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. You have something. I've got high school open house because I didn't realize
And
my
I-
daughter
and
or
I have
accept
farm
that she.
share. To have it back because it's a flare and I love flares.
Okay, everyone. So it's 5:06 p.m. We're gonna start the environmental and tree advisory commission meeting. See, everyone just keeps talking no matter. At 5:06 p.m. So I'm gonna call the roll and see I need to get my attendance sheet. Hold on a second. See who's all here. Where is that? Oh, that's it. Okay. So Gabe is not here. Bill Burry?
Present.
Thank you. Let's see. Jamie Dye?
Here.
Steve Emery? He's not here. Linda Lucas?
I'm here.
Jody Haney?
I'm here.
Coming in from Florida. Mark Ehrman?
Here?
Here. And I don't know if we talked about this at the last meeting, so Bill Cox had resigned. And then just recently, Jason Mendelson has resigned. And so Bill's term, I think, no, he did have the end of next year, and then same for Jason. Margot here, Rob Schuster?
Here.
Here. Okay, thank you. Okay, so first item on the agenda is, which I don't know if we really have a whole lot of updates. I don't think we do. So if we don't, we can just pass it. I wanted to put on there to make sure. I almost took it off.
Whoa.
Well, does everyone know that it switched? So the Tree City Awards, the date has been switched from May 6th to May 13th. So this was something that we could not control, and it was an ODNR request that was something that came up that they couldn't control. So they felt terrible about it. It was the first time they've ever had to do it. But luckily, thankfully, because the main thing is the Elks is still available, because that was our location. So May 13th will be the new date. And then we have kind of like a subcommittee to help keep that going. We don't happen to have any updates right now, but you know what? There was something. No, so if you do think of anything, I guess what I'm getting at is, so Jamie, Bill, Mark, and Jody and I are kind of like the subcommittee that are keeping that moving. So let us know if you have any thoughts or ideas or. But currently, we just met the other day and just kind of made sure we were on track with Stephanie or our other ODNR reps. We kind of have a lot right now, which always makes you feel like extra help. But anyways, so we really don't have anything to report and going into the holidays. Because you haven't heard anything from Elks about the silverware, that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I expect to hear tomorrow, and their trustees are meeting, and it's on the docket.
Okay.
So,
So they're going to be talking about it.
yeah, so we're just finalizing.
Oh, food
the
choices.
date. What?
Food choices was the other thing
And
to
food
finalize with them.
choices, and then the,
Number of tables and how big they are.
exact,
So you have all that written in notes somewhere?
I do,
Okay, just checking.
thanks.
Thanks. Okay, do you have anything else?
I mean, we need to talk to the mayor and see if he would
Yeah.
open. Margot volunteered to MC for it,
Yeah,
and we're working on the programming, making sure that the idea currently is Jody has worked with a group of students before, and they come in and There's an app that they can use to measure trees, and you can get like the height of them from using this app, and then how much carbon they can store.
sequester, yeah.
So it would be something that tree commissioners could use in the field, and
But then, we kind of wanted a two-part thing, so that be an activity, but then also have someone speak towards something. We don't have anything for that right now, so if you have anyone in mind, you have a topic in mind, like suggest it, because we're trying to work on that. The biggest difficulty that we have, so usually registration is not more than $50 a piece, and because like our food and location are so much, we really have to be mindful with all our other expenses because we don't want it to get to be too much. So right now our goal is kind of at $45 a person. So we're trying to stick to that. Jody has started a budget. With Jody, I wanted to make sure to let you know that, so with taxes, with the Elks thing, it's more like $30 a person right now. Because we had like 20 something. So with taxes and everything, it's more like $30 a person. So that, I think it was like a $500 difference, I think, maybe. And
Okay.
so let's,
and that's just the food.
and that's just the food. So we just got to be mindful about that.
It's the location.
Right.
Well, yes, yeah,
They have
yeah,
stuff.
And the tables.
right. And the linens
the whole
and,
setup
yeah,
and the linens.
Yeah.
And everything's in place for people to walk into,
right.
and we just have to decorate.
Yeah, I didn't mean to downplay that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that people understood that it was.
It's the main piece that we
Right.
need. Yeah, it's,
You're walking in and you're ready.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the main thing we need. Everything else is just kind of extra. It was like,
Yep.
I mean, Stephanie has kind of said.
We chose the most cost-effective
Yes.
location that we could find that could hold that many people in Maumee.
Well, and to know as well, like, this usually, like, our budget is like $10,000, but I want everyone to know that the registration for people pays for that. So no community usually ends up, you know, having it cost them anything. You budget accordingly, so that is not the case. So that's obviously our goal. So, okay. So
Have we,
And we're showcasing Maumee.
right, yeah.
have we discounted the fact of maybe trying to get the, somebody to speak on mini forest?
No, we've not.
It's just whether we can find someone that we can afford.
Right. The budget is such a big thing. The person that I was thinking about, you would cost to get them in from DC, because he's at the DC office. And we talked about whether we could kind of piggyback that on in like a community-wide presentation, like in the evening, him do like a lunchtime presentation for the tree awards. But, I mean, I can just hash it out more and see how much the cost would be, whether Jennifer or the budget allows it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Okay, so then the next
What does
item,
everybody else think? Do you think we should go ahead with that?
well, I mean, we can go ahead all we want. The price is going to make the
Well,
determination,
yeah,
yeah.
I think
I
we
thi-
need to find out what the
Yeah.
price is.
I think everyone likes that. From
Yeah.
the meetings we've had before, everyone was supportive of the topic,
And
it's
it-
just whether you can find something.
And it's a
Right.
fun community activity to have too,
Right.
like the festival of planting them. Like Dave, you went and helped, right? And
Yeah,
I was
that's
on
right.
vacation. I missed it. It was like
And the Anderson.
something I've wanted
really
forever.
big on
Yeah, that was amazing.
being able to, give plants
Mm-hmm.
and then have people come in for half a day and just experience the effect of putting trees into the ground and just creating a forest.
Yeah,
Kind of a community building event too.
yeah.
Is it just that person who would be able to speak on it, or do we have?
No, I mean, I just don't know who else. There was like, there was someone else. I had it written in one of my notes, but they're like someone, I have no idea who they are, where they are, how to get in contact with them. The person that I'm talking about in DC, the company I used to work for in Columbus, who came up and did the presentation for the master plan, they're like a landscape architecture urban design firm, and they have like an environmental subsection of their company now. And the one guy specializes in that sort of thing. And they sent an email about mini forests. And so like I had asked one of my old colleagues, like, oh, who does that? Do you guys talk about it? We would love to have it for tree awards. And he said that the guy that does it's in their DC office. So he thought that he would do it just for like cost to get him there. But you know, I don't know what that is. And I mean, you really won't know till right before, like,
Right.
you can't buy airplane tickets till when, and that's if they're
Yeah.
flying, I don't know,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, give it some more thought. You guys can Google too, like maybe some people in the area that know about it, that maybe could speak towards it. Jody.
Yeah, Margot, I never thought about this till right this second. The trees, the app that we're going to use is part of the big NASA campaign through the GLOW program that I work with. So there's a NASA science guy, Brian Campbell, that's a good friend of mine as well. And he'd probably come in and do a virtual, like 15, 20-minute talk on the trees campaign, what we're doing across the world with measuring trees and so forth, and how people can join in on the, people of all ages, not just kids, but it's, really data gray, we call it, and how they can help us document trees. So that'd be kind of cool. And they can look at like what NASA does with a satellite to measure tree heights and why it's important and carbon storage and so forth. So, and I think he'd be free because he's NASA, so that's what they do. So if
All
that's
those-
of interest, let me know and I can follow up with
Yep,
you.
all those things sound great. I mean, I love that it's
Yeah.
going to go along with the kids' activity too. One thing I did,
Yeah.
this did make me remember, like I know we talked about when we did the thing down at Sidecut, how there's the app, which anyone that wants to use the app can use the app. But I loved the little handmade thing you had that you said is actually a little bit more accurate. Like,
Yeah.
is it crazy to think that we could all kind of make one of those? Because it wasn't like a string, like a washer.
Yeah, it's super easy to make. We could definitely each
Yeah.
make one. So I think that would be, that's what I was kind of thinking, is we do the paper one, we'd show the app, and then, if we had Brian talk, he could talk about, well,
Yeah.
why are we doing this? Why
Be their
do we
table.
care that this data is collected? So I think that'd be cool.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. And then we could have a little thing in the middle of the table for people to download the app, like a QR code that could take them to where they can download the app.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I really like that. So I'm glad we
Okay.
talked more about it.
I'll
So
follow up with Brian on that.
awesome, thank you. Okay,
Yep.
well, that helps. That we just made huge strides on that. Woo! We have to beep out Bill. So item number 2 is member replacement recommendations. I did not get a chance to make a copy of, but I wanted to have a conversation. So I have a letter from Dave, who did help with the forest, and we had a conversation before because we knew, Jason had emailed, I think it was Gabe, myself, and the mayor, and he, so we wondered whether Dave would be interested. We knew he's got the zoo background and he's helped with the mini forest. And he's been coming to the meetings for quite a while now, so it seemed like he was interested. And he is interested, and he submitted a letter. But I had also told the mayor that, so I told him that I had someone that was interested, but, and I told Dave this too, that we also will talk about it at the meeting. So I'd let you know about Dave's interest, but then also, and I'll send you guys, I got his letter scanned in. So I'll send that to you guys, but then I also wanted to put it out there to, if you guys have anyone else that might be interested as well, because then I can give them to Mayor McDonald and he can make a selection. So that would be, the remainder of this year. I don't know if he would choose it by December or not, but he was thinking like, I think do it now. And then I think Jason's term was the end of 2026. So it'd be like a partial term, I think, because they're all stair stepped. I think we have to do it that way.
Yeah.
And so you guys can let me know. I'll send this to you, and then I can gather all that and give it to Jim, and then I can,
People are we looking for 3?
no, just one.
Just
Oh,
one.
just one.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but just any recommendations. So Dave said that he was interested. So usually, it used to put it out in the mirror, or like the mayor would put out to like council people or out to people he knew and said, hey, do you know anyone that's interested? And there wasn't as much interest, I feel like, in past years. I know it's something that they said they've had issue with, but we have a lot more interest now, which is great. So, I just want to, put it out there to give everyone an opportunity, but I'll send along Dave's as well to see is interested. So, yes. Yes, so I already put in my interest for next year. I'm so sorry. I know, right? I mean, you can kick me off. In January, if you want, Isaiah, you can kick me off.
Please don't.
I might have some people that'll give me a recommendation. Thank you.
Margot, what do you think is making this committee be more popular among Maumee people?
I mean,
Do you feel,
do I feel like, I don't know if I feel like it's more popular. I think it should be. That's me.
I just will say, having known people that were on it before, way before, like 10, 12 years ago.
The tree commission, you mean?
Yeah, and what people feel now is they're listened to. So what we say, we get heard. Where before, I know a couple people that had been on it and they went off because they said, well, whatever we suggest, nobody pays any attention to it. So I think that's part of it is,
Yeah.
I think we've made an impact, not me as much as most of you that have been on it longer, but I think we've made an impact on getting people to understand the importance of trees.
Well, and Mark, you've seen, like, I mean, there's been a lot of, like, excitement. I mean, we haven't had huge crowds at the movies, but everyone is very excited about them. Like, I mean, lots of excitement before the movie starts, a lot of like, oh, that was great, I didn't realize this, after. So, and then with us getting a little bit more organized, so now we're doing like an event every month, which I think is amazing. And then we've organized and trying to get together. So we have a table at every event. We tabled at the summer fair this past year. And then that allows us to get out information about the invasives. Everyone seemed very interested about those when we handed them out before the movie. And it gave me the opportunity to explain why the clear out happened along the river. It was honeysuckle. Here's information about honeysuckle. Like the meeting before, we were talking about the buckthorn that got cleared out from Epstein Park. We've got information on buckthorn. Tree of heaven, everyone knows about the spotted lanternfly now. So information about tree of heaven and the spotted lanternfly. And so it's a real good opportunity to start getting that stuff out, because we've had conversations literally just recently. There's a lot of people that love trees and nature, but they don't realize the negative impact of invasives. And so like people see, oh my gosh, they just cut down all these trees because Callery pears, there's going to be Callery pears being cut down in Maumee, but they're super invasive. And a tree is not a tree necessarily. So and that tree takes away a lot of like life if it's the wrong tree, like an invasive tree. So getting them out, but trying to be mindful of it and how we do it, and try to put information out there, start talking about it ahead of time, and then replace it with the right trees, and also letting people know why these are the right trees. We're just trying to do more and more of that to try to get the education out there, so, yeah.
I think the visibility's been really good too. I think, like you were saying, we're active once a month doing something that people see it. And from my experience, from both this and then my climate activism, talking to citizens, stuff like that, I think there really is a passion in this city for taking care of our environment and doing things like having native species and planting trees and all this stuff. I think people like that stuff. So
Well, we live along the river, which,
Yeah.
We live along, we
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
we have
I
a
think
great
there's a-
environment.
right.
natural pride in what we have.
And the bird migration that comes through here, that's like second to none, like
Walleye run, all
it's,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Walleye run,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
So we got to take care of it.
Water initiatives, and, we are in the epicenter of some major environmental.
So yes,
We are.
thanks for bringing that up, Mark. I didn't realize once you start looking back on it, there has been a lot more interest. And there's a lot of people interested at the summer fair when they came up to talk to you and see like the map. So that was nice. Just nice to have a conversation and,
I
with them about
just
it.
thought you implied that,
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
well, it's okay,
That's why words are so important in how you say it. So
I think
sorry.
it's an interesting thing to talk about.
Yeah.
If it's a phenomena
Yes.
really going on, I mean, it's nice to know why it's happening.
Yeah. So, okay, well, So let me know what you guys think of that, and I will send you Dave's letter. And then we have, Casey had sent around some ordinance updates. So Jamie and Bill and I have been taking the Tree Academy classes, and we're coming up on our graduation. There's our senior year. Well, senior quarter, yeah. I mean, it's all year. We were freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors, high school in a flash. So
You
we're,
get to be a senior a lot.
but so we've been learning a lot about how we need to be taking care of things like the tree canopy in our city. And then to go along with that, our ODNR reps are amazing. They give you all the support and help for free, and they work with all the communities, so they've seen and done all the things. And our current rep, Stephanie Miller, which she's not going to be a rep after the end of the year, but she has been in the industry for over 30 years, and she's got a huge wealth of knowledge. She's helped put together all the things, great, everything. Street tree design plan, the Tree Academy, commission, all of it. So they helped us go through our environmental tree advisory ordinance, so creating the commission. The other day, that was the only one we got through. We meant to do the tree ordinance too, but so we got through that one and added some things that were missing, because we had the environmental group and then the tree group kind of melded in with the environmental committee, and it was obvious in our ordinance that happened, because there was like one line about trees. But to be honest, and this is another item on the agenda, like the whole year needs to be scheduled out for all the things you need to be doing for your tree canopy, which is something else we've learned in our class. So one of our membership things the other day is like extra education, in that Tree Academy class is something we want everyone to take.
We realize not everyone will be able to, schedules and everything, but we put in where you have to do, over your term at some point, you have to do either one of the urban forestry conferences or the Tree Commission Academy, just so people are continuing their education.
And let me note that the conference is a regional thing. So like, what did our rep say? It will be either Bluffton or Findlay,
Yeah.
or something like that. Or Findlay is in between, but so it's not far. It's like a one day, and it's like $35, and yeah, we'll carpool.
What's the date for it?
They
They just had it,
Just
Okay.
happened.
because I remember I missed it. It was October.
it was-
Yeah, like end of October. So you guys should all be signed up for Stephanie's emails. That's really important. So everyone needs to sign up for the ODNR rep, which will be Haley's now that we need to sign up for.
I would stay on Stephanie.
Okay.
Stay on Stephanie.
So I'll send out that link to make sure you guys all sign up for her emails.
But the class has been really great. Like, she has helped us work through developing our next thing we're going to do is develop our urban forestry plan.
Yeah, action plan.
And meeting with the city, to the service department to talk about how to plan things in the next year, and then doing that annually. So there are a lot
Yeah.
of things that they recommend doing annually, one of which is reviewing the ordinance. So making sure that everything is still how we want it, and if things change, we change it in a timely manner. And
Right, yeah. So we had ODNR reps help us go over this, and then there was just some tweaks. We had the law director look at it to make sure everything was kosher or whatever for mommy and the charter and everything. So I guess I'm not going to do this like we did the tree ordinance. So my thought was you guys had time to look at it. If you have any objections, let me know. If you have anything you want to talk about, let me know. So otherwise, I'd like to take a vote or take a motion to recommend it to council, because we will need to recommend to council to update it.
I move we recommend it to council.
Okay,
I second that.
thank you. Call the roll, Margot. Rob?
Aye.
Margot, yes. Mark?
Yes,
Jody? Oh, is she here?
she may have had to leave.
Oh, she did. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. She had something, I think 20 minutes in. Shoot. Linda?
Yes.
I know she would be a yes. Jamie?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Okay. That's 6, so it should be. All right. And then, so that passed. So, let's see. The next thing is the 2026 schedule of like the educational events. Which we talked about this a little bit. We've been talking about it every meeting to make sure. Uh-oh, do I need to wait for him?
I'm not sure.
He just said he'd be right back, so.
No. So we've got, well, we have everything kind of set out for the year. We don't have the dates all set. And we have, well, most people in charge of, like a person in charge. So we're doing pretty good with that. So I guess I'm just going to remind everyone of these things. So we're doing the Sugarcane film documentary in January on the 29th. So I'm the person in charge for that. And we will be, like I just talked about, having our table there for that event. And then the street tree design plan, we plan on presenting in February, and Bill is in charge of that. I think our plan is that to be at the library. And we're doing, what's that? No, the library, it has to be 60 days before you can book it, so that gets.
60, you say?
60 days, yeah. So if you happen to have, this is one of yours, just so you know, the room, you can't book it before 60 days before, unless Linda has a special hookup.
Only at Maine.
Yeah, see, and that's what, yep, only at her branch too. Thanks for trying. But so this spotted lanternfly traps, so that also, have you seen this schedule lately? I couldn't remember if I sent it to Casey.
Yeah, we saw it.
Okay,
And I
good.
think I volunteered for something, but I never
Yes.
heard. Did you put me down?
I think, yeah, I put you
Okay.
for April
Yes.
Rain Garden.
April
Okay,
Rain
April Rain
Garden,
Garden.
yep. So Mark spotted lanternfly traps in March, and that's for the library. So you guys just know, if you're the person in charge, the 60 days prior to get the date set, to find a date. So you just need to contact the library and see, you can get online and go to the room reservation and see what's open. And usually we do start time of like 6:30, depending, which I think you're going to be leading the traps kind of thing, right, Ander? So, bike safety presentation, we're thinking the library, and Nancy was going to take charge of that, which, you know, you're not on the committee, but you're like, oh, yeah. Which we were talking, we had our bike safety meeting the other day. So we'll figure something out with them. So let me know, I can take it. Okay. You gave me a look. We could.
That would be really fun. But
Well-
it'd be nice if we could get someone to come in and talk about like rules of the road and signaling and.
Yes.
go
And then
on
bike ride,
rides.
which,
Put that to use.
what was the thing that Amy was just talking about, getting a grant for something like that? We could get a big group to ride around town and see where the connection points are needed, but, okay, so, and then mosquito bucket and mapping, that Jody and I were gonna do that at the library, so making, 5-gallon buckets, you put mosquito dunks in, and it kills larvae instead of adult, which is much easier and more effective, and you don't kill other bugs that are good. And then some mapping that I don't know anything about, but Jody's an expert, so she will be helping with that. And then nature nursery presentation, Rob, you had signed up for, and that is July. And then a green infrastructure talk by Jamie in August at the library.
I'm not going to be giving the talk, but I will.
Well, yeah, you're going to be,
Okay.
not by you, sorry.
Yes.
You're going to put it together. Active transportation plan, Jamie, September. She was on the committee when they created it. I'm still looking at, I'd like to do the Jane Goodall documentary. Sarah's been, I think, trying to get in touch with the people, how we could get permission to show it. That was for October, kind of like a 1-year anniversary of her death, because she just died last month. So I will be working on that. Dark Sky Initiative, it's an international group, but they focus on how much lighting is too much lighting for the bugs and wildlife at night. And they said they don't currently have a local person. So if you're interested, but he is looking and hoping to get one. So he thinks by October next year, he might very well have that. So I'm going to keep in contact with him about that. And then the December one's kind of up in the air. I had like a question mark about whether we would want to do vermicomposting, but if we get composting done for Mommy down, we were just talking about the parks meeting, maybe that makes sense, maybe it doesn't. So if you guys have any ideas for December,
Would that be like
Let me
the
know.
soil hosting one, or?
yeah, if we did it, we would have them do that. It was just, I saw a flyer and thought, oh, maybe we could do that. But I mean, if you have any good movies or any other good ideas, by all means, let me know. So, so December's kind of up in there.
When you talk about movies, one of the things, tonight at 7 o'clock, I am watching an Oak Openings. It's a free event, but it's about wilding your lawn. And it's a systematic way that they do it, that you don't do everything, you still have walkways. But they also, and I saw another one that the same gentleman had done. So these might be good ones. I'm going to watch it tonight, and
Yeah.
I'll let you know. But for example, I know there's people that talk about no mow May, you don't mow your grass
Yeah.
in May. The problem with us is most of our grass has no beneficial benefit for anything.
Right.
So what he talks about is, having still your little grassy place that you need to make it look pretty, but turning other stuff into natives. And it's just really fascinating. So
Yeah.
Who's hosting that?
Oak Openings.
Okay.
So they have some that you have to pay for, and anytime if you want to watch one after the fact, I've usually bought them, and I can get them on YouTube, but
Okay.
this one's free.
Well, and the theater has capability for streaming. You
Yeah.
just get them a way to, as long as we have permission, we're allowed to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look into it, because I'd be glad to figure out something for December, because that's, December and January and February when people are planning what they're going to do.
Right. Oh, yeah.
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 Piggybacking off that, just something with like pollinators. And
Yeah.
The importance of that
Yeah.
goes right hand in hand with it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the thing about the no mow May. Most of our grasses don't do anything for the pollinators.
No, they have no,
No, nothing.
no roots, nothing.
They just grow long and they
Yeah,
clog
I
your lawn.
mean, they barely suck in more water than
Yeah.
bare dirt. It's,
All right, I'll work
yeah.
on that.
Well, and I think it's like putting out there a balance. Like,
Yes.
we don't need to have turf grass from every corner of your yard, like, and it cuts down mow time and everything else.
Yeah.
But, okay, awesome. So we'll keep coming back to that at every meeting to kind of remind people, but
Put them in.
What is vermicompost?
vermicomposting, it's the tub with little worms. Yeah.
Oh,
So like Lucas County Soil always has it in their offices, and I remember them joking around how they have the safest file retention, because it goes in the bin and the worms eat it up and it becomes dirt or worm poop. So no one's gonna. Yeah, it's another way to shred. Okay, so that was number 4.
And then we did do the young tree training class today. I don't know if you want to.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me see if we have time on the back. We're 5:30 and we're doing not too bad. Bill's ringing. So item number 5 on the agenda, yeah, we'll call you out, Bill, is review of the preliminary tree canopy schedule for 2026. So this was our homework. Was it junior homework for the Tree Academy? So, which Casey sent this along as well, right?
yeah.
Okay. So, so this is, our thought is for next year, for each of our meetings, we need to make sure we're looking at this and making sure we're talking about and keeping up on whatever it is. So for some of you guys, some of the examples is tree ordinance review, like Jamie said. So that's the end of December, January thing. review and endorse the budget for the group or for the tree canopy is like, what's that, June to like September. There's, annual drive around looking at trees that might be liability issues. There's a time a year for tree removal. It's just making sure you're thinking of all the things and where they fit into the schedule and what makes sense, like when you need to do something about it so you can do it when it needs to be done. I mean, essentially, right?
Yeah, some of the things are, like, have to be done at a certain time. Other things, it's like, well, we don't do much this time of the year. It's a good time to do this.
Yeah, so then you fill that in with
Yeah,
that
so
slot.
you aren't piling everything on in 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 quarter. It just gives you a schedule of things to think about and to
Keep on the agenda. and-
react to.
Yeah.
And to give to service, so they know when they should be doing things but we're also gonna be, yes,
They
we're
look at
also,
that and say, oh, yeah, we need to be doing this.
yeah, and I think we're gonna get some people to go to the Tree Academy as well, right? That's what we've been talking about, yeah.
Right, yeah. There are a number of people at the young,
We had a big group at
the tree.
Okay, so this is good timing. So all day today, we did young tree training. So ODNR reps will come in, and they've found over the course of years and lots of experimenting, if you make it a point to train your trees when they're young, do the right kind of cuts and everything, that long-term, you have way less liability, way less storm damage, and things like that. So,
Well, and you have stronger trees.
Yeah.
You have a better coverage of,
And they live longer.
and they
yeah, they live longer, yeah.
Yeah.
And they,
you have less
they aren't
cost.
obstacles to pedestrians or cars.
Exactly, yeah.
Because our street trees are in that area, not in a forest.
And they look
So-
better.
What did she say they are? They're like teenagers eating McDonald's every day because they take up all the space. Don't you remember what they said
Yeah.
today? I thought it was
Can't
hilarious.
believe.
But so in the morning, we learned about how to properly prune, not trim. And then we went to lunch, or we did an example tree outside the police station. It was very popular. We're doing another one in January if you guys want to come. There was a limit because we got so many people. Like, we had people from Tiffin, BG, like from all around. And then we went
They
to.
were all municipal people.
Yeah, municipal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
wasn't
you
just-
didn't have to be.
No, but there were mostly people on the, in the service department or.
Or
on
tree
the
commission.
commission,
Or arborists.
Or arborist. We had an arborist from,
Needs to use his-
from the museum.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, he was, oh, mine, too far away, sorry.
You're a mile.
Yeah, but I talk loud. It was a great experience. It was a nice way good way to meet people from the area. And Stephanie and the crew put on just a fantastic show about how to prune your trees so that they're around for a long time.
Yeah. And one of the lessons that Jamie and I got is that when you prune them, they might not look very pretty
You're doing it
To start.
correctly.
to start, but then it makes them better long term. But we saw the before and the after. It's like, oh, it's like a bad haircut.
A bad haircut,
She
right?
said there are a lot of resources because residents get upset when they see the trees afterwards.
Yeah.
Because there are 7 steps that you follow, and it's in order of most important. So you might not get to the things that'll help it look best, because you're only allowed to remove 30%.
1/3 of the tree, yeah.
So you might not get to the things that'll make it look pretty this year. It might be next year or 2 years from now.
Yeah. Because you do it every couple years.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was interesting. And the other ones, do we know the January date?
We do. It's January 14th.
Okay.
That could be cold.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's-
But like with our
But that's the best
schedule,
time to
pruning is end of
prune the tree.
October through second week of March.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when you should be pruning. Okay.
Marco, I got a question. Where did that schedule of to-do things come from?
ODNR, our Tree Academy class. So this was our homework. So we went through and we looked at like all our course material, like freshman through junior, senior, whatever it is. And then it told us when you should be doing all these things through our course material. I had binder envy 2 years ago when Jason, Patrick, and Bill did it. But it has a bunch of amazing information in it. It's really helpful. But yeah, it told you kind of when you need to be doing all these things. So
we haven't ever put it into practice here yet.
well, I don't know about we've never, but Stephanie said Mommy has been pretty lax on things with our tree canopy. So she's
Yeah.
been very impressed the past couple of years with the people coming to the tree commission and the things we've been doing. But I mean, we have talked about too, and it's something that they really push in Tree Academy is we need to catch up on our pruning and young tree training. So we put in a lot of trees. So we have a couple years that we need to kind of catch up to those things. And, you know, we always need to be planting, especially to meet our tree canopy goal, but we need to make sure we're taking care of them at the same time, so having good, yes. So it could be Service that does it, and/or it could be someone you contract, depending on.
And it could be volunteers.
Yeah, so tree commission people, like in a lot of communities, they go around and, like, especially the young tree training, you don't have to have the training with chainsaws and all the gear, and so
Well, and
it's,
chainsaws aren't used.
no, not for young tree, but mature tree.
But it's also, the young trees are within reach
Yeah.
of people. So anybody in town can trim a tree.
Well, watch
prune a
it. No, you
tree,
can't.
As long
Nope.
as.
No, not anyone, nope. Bill, take it back, nope. Liability,
back.
nope. Thank you.
Margot, anybody can learn how to do it.
If you come to young tree training,
And as long as they are schooled in it, they can volunteer
with the tree commission.
with the tree commission to get out and take care of things. It doesn't have to
I want to make
be
sure it's done properly.
solely service, because service is really busy,
Yeah,
taking care of a lot of other things.
yeah.
Stephanie made it really clear that there's a right way to do this. We got a sheet with all this information on it, and she told us we could not share it because people need to go through the process. They need to
Right.
go.
They need the context to go along
learn
with
how to
it.
do it correctly.
Yeah.
Because you can look at the sheet and follow the directions and do it incredibly wrong. So,
Right, because you can argue about number 4 and number 7.
Yeah, because we didn't do that at all today.
Right, yeah.
We like to do number 7. And you're not allowed to get to
And you
number
can't
7 half the
skip to
time.
number 7.
Nope.
Right.
It was nice to see so many Maumee service people there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I got to,
Right.
like, there's a lot of people I just don't see.
yeah. But the point is, it's a lot easier to trim a branch that's this big than 4 years later when
When
it's
it's-
twice as big. And-
It literally takes years to catch up if you don't do it the right time, is what she told us. And it was evident as she's given us examples. So, yeah, it was great. So I highly recommend January. So we just need to figure out how to put the tree canopy schedule, like maybe we created an Excel sheet that then is easily shareable with like service and public service director and all the committee members, and maybe it gets housed on the website. People can kind of see what we're doing when we're doing it, and everyone can hold us accountable.
Do we have a like target area you're starting with as far as like in the city?
Well, so this is just a schedule of like, for the young tree training, just wherever the new trees are planted in the right. But we are going to create, I think I had this. Okay, so this is part of this item. I'm glad you brought that up. So we talked about creating a schedule. Jamie had mentioned it would be nice that we've got the city's all kind of divided up for the leaf pickup already. We have that map. So we thought it would be nice to divide that map up further. So kind of like a section for each of the committee members. And we thought it would be nice if we could assign an area, like each member, to be able to do drive-throughs on like how to spot dead trees or trees that are having issues, and kind of compile a list that we can give to Bill. We can have our ODNR rep come by and help us like assess trees, because they do that on public property. They do that.
Right.
So we thought it'd be helpful as like one of the kind of duties for tree commission. What one is it? I don't even know.
It's just at some point during the year.
Yes.
You drive through.
Yeah. Oh, well, they do have certain times. So annual drive around, they have from August to September.
Because the leaves are off.
Well,
No, the leaves.
they're getting close. So like they said, although sometimes August and September, you can show when trees are more stressed, they start turning color kind of early. So they did say there was like a better time to kind of do the drive around, but we'll talk about that more. So I wanted to at least introduce it. We can get this put into a document. I mean, if someone wants to volunteer to put this into a Google Sheets document, I would entertain that.
I can do that.
What is this?
All right.
to
How
put-
much are you doing right now?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, what is it that you need put into it? 'Cause
So I thought it'd be nice to have this digitally. So put in a Google Sheets and color code it. And then there are spots where we can add any kind of things we have, like community kind of specific. Then it would be easy to put it, we have a tree page on the website. We could put a link for people to be able to view it
So what
there.
is it in now?
It was a printout.
It's on
Stephanie has
paper.
that.
Oh, it's on paper. I'll be glad to do that.
Well, so you're right. We might be able to ask Stephanie. She's got to have it as an Excel sheet.
If she has an
I would
Excel
think so,
sheet,
yeah.
it's,
That would
it's really not that difficult at all to turn it into a.
Well,
sheet.
Well, I was thinking someone needed to create it because I wasn't thinking, so.
So, well, I'll be glad to
It's
do that,
available.
Okay.
however it comes out.
Well, let's ask Steph first.
Okay.
And then, but you can add some of our extras at the very least.
Sure.
That we kind of added here, like ordering trees, tabling events, invasive removal planning, things like that. Because like our tree of heaven needs to be at a certain time of year. And then we want to do like a yearly meet with city services to kind of go over things. And they also have like a yearly presentation to council, like we're going to do our senior presentation, we want to for December, so I need to say something for the second meeting to get kind of like a placeholder for committee of the whole. But, okay. And then, so the other thing, so Google Sheet that we talked about creating, do we want to we work on dividing the map? Is that what we're going to do? And then we'll number it and draw numbers for each committee member to kind of assign the area?
Well, maybe
Yeah,
we do
that'd
it by
be kind
by
of a
the
lotto.
pages. From doing the urban site index, or wouldn't you want to just do it by the pages?
Oh, what do you mean?
What do you-
Oh, when we get the Excel sheet going? Or what do you mean?
Well, because you're just transcribing, are you talking about from the urban site index?
No, I'm talking
Oh.
about
No.
dividing the town for drive-by
Oh,
areas.
okay, sorry. I moved on to something else already.
Okay. I'm still at that.
Okay.
So dividing the map, the leaf pickup map into, do we have 9? Is it? So dividing that and then assigning. So we can pick names like gift exchanges.
Sure.
So we'll do that for the next meeting. So we'll have that to kind of give everyone. But I mean, we're not going to go like full go on it right away. We're just trying to we're baby steps, getting a schedule and everything going
And the goal is to have one of the urban foresters come out and drive around with us.
to show us how to do
show
it.
us what we should be
Yeah.
looking
What should
for,
we-
and,
what do we got to look for?
yeah.
Yeah. So you will be trained. We won't just like put it on you and expect you to know. And then if you have issues, we ask, like Haley's gonna be our rep starting next year, and she's been in town. But because the areas are so much smaller, she'll have a lot more time to be able to give us attention. So she could come up and do drive-arounds with us, as we need it. So. So street tree design plan Excel sheet. So I don't know if everyone has seen now the big map of Maumee. We went around and did the urban site index to choose the correct tree species to kind of evenly disperse around the town. So we now need to put that into which this has coffee on it, but if you want to pass this, I don't think this got sent, but that's an example of what it looks like. But create an Excel sheet for all the streets and the sections we divided up based on like the tree selection. So we picked and we did like the large trees, but you'll have a street and you'll have a side with, let's say, a smaller kind of area between like the road and the sidewalk. And so for that reason in itself, it might not be able to have a large canopy tree, and or there are the high power electric lines on that side. So it doesn't make sense to put a large canopy tree on that side. So we have all the large canopies selected, but we don't necessarily have the medium and the small. It's going to be a lot.
It's on the street.
Huh?
It just
It depends
yeah,
on the street, yes.
We
So,
have, there's a lot of streets that are smalls, there's a lot of streets that are mediums, there's a lot of streets that are large.
but we have
Those are
to,
per the prominent side.
right,
We have to figure out what goes on the.
on the other side, right. So it's going to be easiest to figure that out, though, once it's in the Excel sheet.
Yeah. and
Because you're going to
also-
see,
You can also use the ODNR tool. Stephanie showed me today, or told me that
okay,
there, remember the sheets of trees that we got?
Yep.
There's more.
oh, and
Apparently,
there's more.
there's more.
Well, there's lots of trees.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's also, if you have maple,
Aye.
then it has a suggestion for a smaller tree or a larger tree
Yeah.
where that maple.
Good, I was hoping
prominent
that
tree.
was,
Yeah,
so if
So
we
that
get
could be
that,
done.
and once we divide up, so we were thinking that we could divide the Excel sheet up with, once again, each committee member take a section of the map.
That's where I was saying it might be easier to do it by sheets, because they're already,
Oh, gotcha.
because those have all the scores on them.
Do we have those scanned and
I guess
digitally
we
somewhere?
No.
We colored it all.
No,
I
yeah,
have
we
them
did
all.
the color. So we're going to work through that. So something that we're working on, and if you have an idea, let us know, is we need to get that map into an Excel sheet, because we need to have like the street and then like a small, medium, large, whatever options. Or small, medium, whatever. There's only two sides of the street. So,
we also have to get it into the GISs.
well, but we don't do GIS. That's city staff, and we can't, they only have so much time, and trees are low
It'll be
priority,
much-
especially with sewers.
It'll be much easier for them to get it into GIS from
They're-
Excel. than-
Right.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it will
And
help.
can be done not necessarily by a
It'd be great to have an
city
intern.
employee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an intern is what they recommend.
Anyone that can, well, I don't know how to use GIS, but so it's one step closer to that, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So that's our goal. We'll try to better figure out how to do it. If we can get those sheets from Stephanie, that's huge, right?
Sure, it's filling them in.
We'll need it.
Oh, no, you mean the sheets that we did for the urban site index?
No,
Oh,
the streets you're
the
just talking
blanks.
about that she told you today.
Oh, yeah.
That has
it's
more
on their
trees.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going to need, once we put in the trees we have selected, we're going to need that for the person
The
who's doing it to pick the other tree.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So,
I was thinking about this the other day. Because we're supposed to be spacing out species, how do we do that when we're doing the alternate sized ones?
Well.
that's what he was saying.
The trees are matched.
Yeah.
I,
So if it's a maple,
So
it's a
if you
type of
pick a
maple.
There's a match over here.
That's a
say
maple.
Smaller or a medium that is
from the same,
from the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Group. and
Genus,
you're-
family,
you're
whatever
just
it is.
Using it,
Yeah.
and you'll go
Okay,
to another
sorry,
one
I
that,
was-
yeah.
But that makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
The
Yeah.
other species that you're picking that's already on the map has an opposite,
yeah, I
Yeah.
was just thinking about it because I was like.
It has a
we spent so much
complementary
time-
tree
complementary.
Yeah.
Right.
that goes along with the whole reason why we selected what we did.
Yeah.
Dispersing it, it keeps with that.
And since we picked
It's like they've done it
a
before.
particular tree for that block, the complementary tree is going to be, it's not going to be in the same group.
The one on that sheet.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I gave you guys a printout. This is going to be more kind of like introduction type thing on that handout I gave to you. So at the council meeting the other day, the council members and we've been getting emails about data centers, and they obviously have a environmental impact. And so I thought it would be a good idea for the Environmental and Tree Advisory Committee to start talking about them and start talking about that. So someone that came, I think it was Lynn Cox, that came and talked the other day at the meeting, she gave us these questions about operational impacts of data centers. And I went through it today, and I mean, there's just some good things to think about, essentially. Like, that's what the sheet is all about. And then what's nice is at the back of the packet, where am I went? They have resources you can look into. And I know, like myself, I've read the NLC email that I get. They had a couple articles about data centers that I put in my newsletter. There's another article about data centers I read the other day that a resident sent me, and I included that as well. But so, and then they've got some resources here. So I think we should start reading about it. You know, maybe it'll make sense to do some sort of moratorium or recommend that council does a moratorium until we research it some more.
Well, it's going to be planning commission.
Yeah, so planning commission is going to do, what was it called again? Or looking at doing?
Making it so that you have to get, yes.
Conditional use.
Well, so it'd
No.
have to, it's.
What's the name?
So it would have to come and have community discussion before it would be able to be allowed. So it's
Yeah.
not allowed by right.
Yeah, and right, currently the way it's zoned, data centers are allowed, period.
Yeah.
So they can just
They can
get
just
it,
move in.
But
do it.
conditional,
Yeah. I mean, they'll have to have some talks with the city, but you're very limited on what you can do or have them do. So,
There's only one spot where they're supposed to be going now. Home Village, this one's Isaac Street, and the table, pretty much the only spot that
yeah, that area is for,
directly affects.
Right.
yeah. Yeah, so we're getting emails from Enclova residents because it's literally in their backyard. So, yeah. That's loud. You guys are all making sure we're awake.
I mean, it's better to start talking about these things before it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole reason why we did moratoriums on the selling weed or the dollar store is so we can put some things in place. So you have some parameters that they need to work around. And it's not just like, come and do whatever you want. So, I mean, the idea of something like that would be, okay, even if you said, you know, with 3 months or 6 months, we have time to kind of figure out what are some good parameters to have in place, you know, before they can just come. But so I thought these questions would be good to think about, to give to you guys to think about, and you guys can check out those resources and get back to me and let me know your thoughts. We have another meeting in December, obviously, and let me know, I guess, what you think about that, and we can talk about it more. You know, let me know so we can drive the agenda essentially for next month, whether I include it or not. So I think that is the last item on our agenda. Right? I just lost it.
You did. No, that's it.
Is it? Okay. Awesome. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
There you go.
if you're interested in Tree Commission Academy, it'll be coming out soon, so.
What's that?
Tree Commission Academy, if
Tree-
anyone's in.
Oh, yes. Rob, did you say you were interested? Mark, you said you were interested,
Yeah.
right? I think Linda said she was interested. So the main thing is that when you do these classes, they're all day. So usually it's all day, 2 days in a row. So your freshman one is like, we had 2 days in a row in January, 2 days in a row for sophomore, junior, senior, and it's kind of like spread throughout the year.
And it's at the town.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
this.
I'll just need to know for
It's
enough
the-
time to get off work.
So Kenton is where it's going to be this time, and like we carpooled, we were in Sandusky, Huron this past year. and we're graduating in Findlay. So you guys want to attend our graduation?
So they do,
It's a
they
Finley.
do work with you at your, like at your freshman
you.
class.
You guys so
Out
excited?
their calendar and they figure out a date that works for everyone. So
Party
they
guy
try to
over
make it as
there.
easy as possible for everyone to go
Is
to
it
all the
is it
classes.
like once every few months you're
It's
meeting?
quarterly.
Quarterly. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, and 2 days every,
days every-
few-
yep.
quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quarterly,
but there, you know, there is work in between.
Oh, sure,
Homework
absolutely.
and, yeah.
It's just getting off work.
Well,
Yeah,
and then,
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's my.
and then you guys get together and can do homework, like what we've done. So they have people, the communities, there's always a few people from each community at the things, and they get together and do their homework together. And it literally helps drive the things we're already doing,
Right.
which is amazing. Like they just did a rehaul, like an overhaul of the curriculum, and I think that's one of the things they made a point to do, to make sure it was getting the communities to do the things they were already supposed to be doing, which, so I think it's awesome.
Yeah, this time around.
Oh, yeah, we're done.
Much better
You
than.
didn't catch our vote?